By the end of the day today, I'm gonna be broke as shit.
Fans are expressing concerns for Colleen Hoover after the It Ends With Us author posted a distressed video on Instagram, sipping on a Diet Pepsi.
Colleen Hoover is back on Instagram, but she's removed all traces of Blake Lively. Also, Hollywood, can we stop this narrative that both of them are marching towards mutually assured destruction? One of them's just trying to defend himself.
Blake Lively is in the news as a source says she never intended to sue. Why they're saying she did what she did and why it is very sinister and why it backfired. Also, like I said, Colleen Hoover is back and she has deleted some posts.
Hollywood's golden girl, an actress celebrated for her charm, style, and wit, has recently found herself embroiled in a swirling controversy surrounding the film adaptation of It Ends With Us, based on Colleen Hoover's best-selling novel. What was initially anticipated to be a dream collaboration between a beloved actress and a renowned author has reportedly devolved into a chaotic mix of differing opinions, creative disputes, and behind-the-scenes drama.
Finally! Author Colleen Hoover, whose novel It Ends With Us was turned into the much talked about movie starring Justin Baldoni and novice film editor Blake Lively, is breaking her silence.
The pressing question on everyone's mind is, what's really happening behind closed doors? Colleen Hoover has made headlines again, dispelling rumors of her retirement by reactivating her social media accounts. But with a notable absence, she has removed all posts and mentions of Blake Lively. This sudden change has sparked speculation about the state of their relationship.
Colleen Hoover is back. She's not retired, and she scraped all posts, mentions, photos of Blake Lively. The whole thing's gone. What does that mean? Colleen Hoover. She said she was retiring, or that was the rumors. She deactivated the account after defending Blake very loudly. And now all that support, all mentions are gone. Now, to be fair, no mentions of Justin either, but I don't think there were a lot on this either. As we've gone through, this Redditor put together some good numbers, some data for us to actually look at. She now has 5,697 posts. She previously had 5,665 posts. So that means she deleted 32 posts. Also, she had 2,975 account followers before. Now she has 2,964, meaning she unfollowed 11 accounts. Now, 11 people could have blocked her, I suppose. Not incredibly easy to tell, but a lot of people are noticing that Blake is not following her anymore. And so a lot of theories as to what's happening.
While Hoover had previously defended Lively, her recent actions have left fans wondering about the underlying tensions. A Reddit user compiled some intriguing statistics. Hoover's posts have decreased from 5,665 to 5,697, indicating she deleted 32 posts.
If you don't know, Colleen Hoover was friends with Justin Baldoni for years. He reached out to her, wooed her, expressed his love and admiration for her writing, and really sold her on the story that he wanted to tell as director before the plantation princess extorted him and took over all control of the movie. Submitted in the amended lawsuit against Taylor Swift's bestie are all these email communications between Baldoni and Hoover. And despite their long history together, Colleen Hoover repeatedly turned her back on Justin Baldoni, as well as publicly praising the wife of Scarlett Johansson's ex-husband. Even before the release of It Ends With Us, the author distanced herself from Baldoni. Instead of promoting the film with him, she joined the promo trail repeatedly with her. Only at the very beginning did she have an event with Justin Baldoni. But after that, right up until the film's release, it was all about Colleen and Blake, Colleen and Blake.
Additionally, her follower count dropped from 2,975 to 2,964, suggesting she unfollowed 11 accounts. Notably, Blake Lively is no longer among them, leading to rampant theories about their current dynamic. The online community is buzzing with questions. Is there a rift between the two? What does this mean for the film adaptation?
So I just found this clip of something Colleen Hoover said about Justin Baldoni at Book Bonanza.
You know, when Justin said he wanted to play Ryle, I was on board for that. I thought that he kind of was what I envisioned when I wrote the book.
But if you have looked at Justin Baldoni's lawsuit and timeline, then you would know that Colleen Hoover was the one who suggested he play Ryle. Justin Baldoni provided several emails sent between him and Colleen Hoover ahead of turning It Ends With Us into a movie. Justin reached out to Colleen Hoover with the idea of optioning the book into a movie under his production company, Wayfarer Studios. And he never mentioned acting in the film until Colleen suggested it. But she did right here on April 12th, 2019. She sent in an email, "Have you given any thought to whether you would want an acting role in this? Say maybe Ryle? I could see it."
Fans have expressed concern for Hoover, noting that her recent social media stories seem to reflect a sense of unease. In one post, she hinted at a potential turning point in her life, stating, "This could either be a new rock bottom for me, or the best thing that's ever come out of my brain." Such cryptic messages have only fueled speculation about her mental state and the pressures she may be facing as the adaptation unfolds.
The writer has come under fire for her initial support of Blake Lively at the start of the public It Ends With Us feud with Justin Baldoni. In her Instagram rant, she discusses financial worries.
By the end of the day today, I'm going to be broke as shit. Thanks, Stephanie. You better be careful because maybe TMZ was right. Maybe I am firing all my employees and retiring. Well, I can't retire now because now I'm going to be in the hole by 5 p.m.
Colleen then makes a statement directly to the public, saying,
"Even if you hate me, you should go buy a piece because it's a very kind of bad thing. You know, at least I have my Diet Pepsi." It's still going to be a great day because you guys get almost free merch. Congrats.
When the film adaptation of It Ends With Us was first announced, excitement was palpable. Hoover's novel, which tackles themes of trauma, domestic abuse, and resilience, has resonated deeply with readers. Many fans shared their personal experiences tied to the book's powerful message.
Colleen took a break from social media in late January, deactivating her Instagram. While she returned to the platform last month, she appeared to scrub all traces of Lively and Baldoni from her profile, along with any mention of It Ends With Us, which hit theaters in August of 2024.
Creating a cult following that eagerly anticipated the film's release. However, as the project progressed, rumors of creative disagreements began to surface. Hoover's friendship with Justin Baldoni, who was set to direct and star in the film, has reportedly been strained.
Justin's lawyer calls the move a, quote, massive fishing expedition. In the midst of this court battle, It Ends With Us author Colleen Hoover has quietly reactivated her Instagram account after 3 weeks, but she deleted all of her posts featuring Justin or Blake.
I take no credit for that.
Action! And after Blake was accused of turning the cast against Justin, yet another newly resurfaced interview is coming back to haunt her.
Because she oversteps her boundaries a bit.
In a 2009 interview with Glamour, the Gossip Girl star says when Penn Badgley was cast as her love interest, quote, I was so upset that they hired him, I actually poisoned the whole cast against him.
Oh, wow.
What?
Blake says it took around a week before she realized he wasn't a jerk.
With Hoover distancing herself from him in favor of promoting the film alongside Lively. Initially, Lively's casting as Lily Bloom seemed like a perfect fit, given her ability to balance grace and depth. Many believed she was the right choice for the role, especially considering her history of portraying strong, complex characters.
Celebrity attorney Christopher Melcher exclusively told Fox News Digital Baldoni had a very good reason to make the claim that Lively's actions were intentional. Here's what he had to say. Because it was just a request for the government to investigate and not a lawsuit against Baldoni, he had no right to subpoena witnesses or force Blake or Ryan to sit for a deposition. The suspicion is that she leaked this request for investigation to the media, DOI, of course, with all of these text messages on there so that she could garner public sympathy, but not be exposed to any scrutiny for her allegations.
However, as pre-production unfolded, whispers of creative differences emerged. Some fans speculated that Lively pushed for changes to the script that softened the book's more intense themes, potentially to align with her personal brand. Yet, these claims remain unverified.
Is Colleen Hoover okay? Have you guys seen her latest stories? Seems like she's a bit off. I got so many messages of people telling me to go to her story, so let's watch this together.
Be either a new rock bottom for me or the best thing that's ever come out of my brain.
Leaving fans to wonder about the true motivations behind the creative decisions being made. During a recent event, Hoover praised Baldoni's dedication to the project, stating, "Justin cares deeply about getting this right." This statement contrasts sharply with the rumors of discontent, leaving fans questioning the true nature of the adaptation's challenges.
The It Ends With Us legal battle between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni keeps on escalating. Blake's team is on the hunt for receipts and has filed a subpoena seeking every single one of Justin's phone calls, text messages, data logs, and real-time location information over the past 2.5 years. Her attorneys tell ET they will, quote, expose the people, tactics, and methods that have worked to destroy and bury her reputation.
Yeah, it's pretty common. Usually one side will ask for whatever they can, but there will be pushback. And those requests typically get limited or restricted in some way.
Hoover's comments seem to suggest a level of trust in Baldoni's vision, yet the ongoing legal disputes and social media drama paint a different picture. In the midst of this turmoil, the question remains, is this a case of Hollywood creative differences being blown out of proportion, or is there a deeper conflict at play?
On social media, she tagged her on the I to the G and wrote, @Blake Lively, you have been nothing but honest, kind, supportive, and patient since the day we met. Thank you for being exactly the human that you are. Never change, never wilt. This woman is a professional. She knows the importance of words like I do. Starting her statement to the Woody Allen apologist with, "You have been nothing but honest," more than implies that Justin Baldoni has been dishonest.
With the film's release on the horizon, all eyes are on how these dynamics will unfold. Will Lively address the rumors? Will Hoover clarify her stance? And how will Baldoni navigate the speculation surrounding his role in the adaptation? Interestingly, Justin Baldoni's role in the production has also become a point of discussion.
But that's not what she said at Book Bonanza. Now, this doesn't have anything to do with the allegations made against Justin Baldoni, but it's just interesting to see that she made this comment at Book Bonanza, because as a reminder, Book Bonanza happened in the midst of Blake Lively allegedly taking over the film, and Justin Baldoni was not allowed to go to Book Bonanza. Instead, Blake Lively, Brandon Sklenar, and Colleen Hoover went, and Blake, quote-unquote, snuck the movie in to show fans without Sony's approval because it wasn't done being edited. During the event, Colleen was talking about casting Justin as Ryle and said that he was the one who suggested it, which I almost feel like is just setting up the distance between Justin Baldoni and the rest of the cast from that point, before any allegations were publicly made and before they even appeared separately for PR, when speculations started forming about what happened between the cast. Maybe it was just an innocent comment, but to me, it just seems a little too convenient.
Some reports claimed that he was mediating between Colleen and Blake, trying to find a middle ground that would satisfy both the author and the production team. Others speculated that he too had creative input that clashed with Colleen's vision. This complexity adds another layer to the ongoing narrative as fans and media outlets continue to dissect every statement and action from those involved.
So what's really going on here is the isolation of Blake Lively. As we mentioned before, and as I reported in my newsletter this week, all of her famous friends are radio silent. A lot of people who came out and supported her in the beginning, they were all Team Blake. They have gone quiet. We talked about how Colleen Hoover, the actual author of the book, It Ends With Us, took herself off of Instagram for a while and just came back and removed any reference of Blake.
In a recent press event, actress Florence Pugh was asked about the situation, and her response resonated with many. I think it's really important to tell stories as they were meant to be told without watering them down. Though she didn't name anyone specifically, fans quickly interpreted her statement as a subtle reference to the ongoing debate surrounding It Ends With Us.
Justin Baldoni claims Blake Lively never intended to file a lawsuit. So these documents are not new, what I'm about to share with you, but it's an interesting take that I don't think we properly have discussed yet. And that take is that people wonder, well, why would Blake Lively make this public claim? Well, maybe she never intended for it to be public. Maybe the private claim was all she intended to coerce control of the film or whatnot. In the amended lawsuit, Justin Baldoni claimed Lively never intended to file a civil lawsuit, which would have triggered the Wayfair party's right to discovery, including obtaining evidence and deposing Lively under oath. By the time Lively actually filed a lawsuit against the Wayfair parties, the damage to the Wayfair parties was done by virtue of Lively's months of colluding with the New York Times on a false and malicious narrative, unshielded by any privilege. Make no mistake, these actions were deliberate.
As the dust settles, the legal implications of this situation are becoming increasingly complex. Justin Baldoni's legal team has claimed that Lively never intended to file a civil lawsuit, suggesting that her actions were part of a broader strategy to control the narrative without exposing herself to scrutiny.
Saying that Blake Lively could not sue Justin Baldoni over SH because she was hired by Justin Baldoni's company as a contractor. For the argument that Blake Lively was hired as a contractor through her company, that will not change the SH claims she has under California law. There are two reasons for this. California law includes independent contractors as people who can make SH claims against an employer, so even if Blake Lively was an independent contractor, she still has the right to make SH claims as if she were an employee. And two, Blake Lively would not technically meet the definition of an independent contractor under California law, even if she were hired under her company, because amongst other things, she did not have control over the time and place of her work, even though it sounded like that a lot if we read Justin Baldoni's lawsuit. Anyways, they say these are rather technical arguments, but the bottom line is that under California's Fair Employment and Housing Act, someone in Lively's position has the right to make SH claims. So now we just have to see if actually the judge will allow Blake Lively to use California law in her lawsuit in New York.
This raises questions about the motivations behind the legal maneuvers and whether they were intended to garner public sympathy. With so many unanswered questions, the only certainty is that the adaptation of It Ends With Us is now one of the most talked about upcoming films. The interplay of personal relationships, creative visions, and legal battles has created a narrative that is as compelling as the story itself.
So, I mean, it's very obvious in hindsight, but what they're saying is before she filed the claim against him, he would have had no ability to, no one would have been able to see this unless she wanted it leaked. Melcher specified the importance of Baldoni, stating Lively never intended to file a civil lawsuit in his amended lawsuit shared online. Ordinarily, if somebody makes a false statement against somebody, it's defamation, and you can get sued. But if the statement is made in a lawsuit or in a contemplation of an immediate suit being filed, it is protected under the litigation privilege. So California Civil Code says statements made by a party in the course of a lawsuit are not defamatory, they're not actionable. You can't sue for defamation, and that's been interpreted to mean, okay, well, literally, if you're filing tomorrow and you're maybe given a press release or demand letter, you can be covered under that umbrella that has to be immediately contemplated. Again, a little complicated here. So this never intended is the code word for him saying that the leaks to the press are not covered by this litigation privilege because they were not made in the context of a lawsuit. And so that's what gives him the right to sue. Otherwise, he would be blocked.
As fans eagerly await the film's release, they are left to ponder the complexities of Hollywood and the challenges of adapting beloved stories for the screen. What do you think? Are these just overblown rumors, or is there more to the story? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth Hollywood analysis. The saga of It Ends With Us is far from over, and as the release date approaches, the world will be watching closely to see how this drama unfolds.